Listener discretion is advised. This podcast is satirical in nature. Some listeners may find this podcast offensive.
Okay, everybody, calm down. I just want to welcome you to our little family dinner event to talk about how we are beginning to reshape America in the vision of the Trump political dynasty. Oh, and Marco, put some of that music on. Marco? Where is Marco?
Well, Daddy, he's not a member of our family, so he wasn't invited.
Yeah, but he's my personal slave and butler, so why isn't he here?
That's okay, Daddy. I can put the music on for you.
Oh, no, you don't, Ivanka. I'm the DJ of this family. So what music do you want me to play, Dad?
Well, how about some of that European music? Makes me feel like I'm a royal, because I am a royal, and there are only kings in this country. We are the royal family of America. I mean, I've even had 2 state dinners in the UK with the king.
Well, how's this?
Well, that's fine. Who cares, really? I mean, we're just trying to take over the republic. So, king, emperor, president for life. It's all the same to me.
If we're royalty, then does that mean I'm a princess?
Of course, you are my sexually arousing little girl. You know, if I still got erections, you'd be doing something for me. But anyway, nobody respects us until they see the tariffs. I built us a tariff curtain around America. They're like the best walls. Nobody builds walls better than me. Anyway, I'm so glad we decided to do a family dinner night, even though Barron couldn't make it because he's impregnating women like I used to when I was his age.
Oh my God, Daddy, these are retaliatory tariffs, not walls. We're negotiating. Remember the Ukraine deal?
I just tweeted, if Ukraine doesn't agree, they'll have to deal with me. Hashtag Big Dick Energy. Can you pass me some more pizza? That pepperoni is tasty. Love some salty dick bits in my mouth. Lil Donnie, geopolitics is boring. Let's talk about all our corrupt business deals. That's where it's really at. And that appeals court overturned the massive civil fraud penalty against Dad. So, I mean, even though we're banned from serving in corporate leadership for a few years, I mean, we're effectively still leading all these companies, right?
Ivanka, honey, can I please have the pepper? I need to offset this salty taste I have stuck in my mouth.
Are we blaming Daddy for that?
You're very funny.
Yes, all those corrupt deals you boys have been making. Good work. The Trump family values are strong. Geez, these cheeseburgers are really tasty, and at double the price they really ought to be. Thank you, tariffs. I'm so glad I invented Trumpynomics.
Daddy, the environment is collapsing. I'm very, very concerned.
Maybe send out a tweet about all those wildfires. Yeah, but make it a positive spin. Something like hotter than my approval ratings. I'm launching a petition. Save the whales, but only the huge ones, the best ones.
Do you mean the ones with the really big penises?
Maybe we should move into cruise ships, like a floating Trump resort. Trump Sea.
I found an NFT of the ship's route. Price just doubled.
Oh, like that Pokemon game, Gotta Catch 'em All. Barron used to play that before he grew up and became a neo-Nazi like his father.
Excellent. We'll call it cruise coin. It's like gold, but you can't eat it.
Do you think my opponents are fat? I mean, I'm not fat, am I? I just have big thoughts, that's all.
And it's going to fund my space program. Mars? Move over, Elon. More like Mar-a-Lago in space.
Though the world's on fire, trade wars heat up, Gaza is obliterated and everyone starved to death, but we're minting digital tokens of a cruise? Perfect. Is that why we're taking over all the financial agencies and destroying the economy?
At least Daddy made the immigrant population shrink for the first time in 60 years.
And I automated the peace talks with Russia and Ukraine chatbot style. It's called PeaceKeePT. Works in 27 languages, including Vulcan, Klingon, Pikachu, and Mordor.
And how much have we profited since I became president again?
At least $1 trillion.
D, no crisis is too big when you have the best family, the best ideas, and the best everything. You know, these crab cakes are interesting. I imagine they're what Melania's twat tastes like. But of course, I don't actually do that because I'm secretly a closeted homosexual and vaginas scare the crap out of me. We only ever had sex once.
Daddy, as much as I love hearing about your sex life, and you know I really love hearing about your sex life because this family is borderline incestuous, can you give me control of the National Guard and the military so I can invade my own city? I'm very jealous.
I'd love to invade your sex life too, honey, but my military, my law enforcement are patrolling the streets. In Chicago, in DC, in Memphis, they're everywhere. But that's not all. I cut prices by more than 15,000%. I mean, just incredible. Maybe we should play Trump bingo again.
Not that crap again. Maybe you should go back onto the roof of the White House and wander around like a crazy old man again.
I do enjoy being a crazy old man, but I was surveying the grounds for future construction, because I'm a builder, and I will lead a movement to end mail-in ballots and voting machines ahead of the midterms. And multiple people in my cabinet, maybe even including me, were involved in the sexual crimes, which we established on the previous episode. He sold me a girl whose value has fully depreciated by now, and then he stole someone else. JP Morgan Chase also profited from those sex crimes. Banks and sex traffickers. Perfect. Anyway, never mind that. We've got Obama under review, and next we'll be eating the rich.
Maybe we could make an Elon hamburger.
We could eat Elon, there's an idea. Can someone pass that cane, Sugar Coke?
Tastes like horse piss.
You'd know, wouldn't you?
So citizens from Malawi and Zambia are having to pay a $15,000 deposit for a tourist or business visa. Who came up with that brilliant policy?
I'm going to sue the Bidens for $1 billion over these Epstein claims.
Good work, honey. I think I'll revoke Secret Service protection for Kamala Harris, lady. And let's search John Bolton's home, that piece of shit.
Daddy, did we arrest the Democratic politicians yet?
Some of them. Why? Do you want to arrest Democrats too? I'm only doing that so I can stay in power for as long as I need to. We used to be Democrats.
We're literally whatever we need to be to make the most money ever and to make sure President Trump stays in power for the rest of the time.
Oh, what's this? Meloni sent me her new TV ad. Turn that music down so we can have a watch.
Are you a female who's tired of the gender inequity in autocratic nations? Are you tired of being told that you're too bossy, that you're too much to handle, that your ideas of concentration camps and deporting immigrants to die in their country of origin is too extreme? Then look no further than the Meloni Academy for Female Dictators. You'll learn how to rise from humble beginnings all the way through to absolute unchecked authority. And we have a 90-day money-back guarantee. If you're not able to overthrow your democratic institution within 90 days, then we will refund all of your money. Sign up now to get a free dictatorship kit, including the latest research on overthrowing democracy, including well-known titles such as Art of the Coup, Propaganda for Dummies, Fashion Tips for the Tyrant Chic, and How to Win Friends and Eliminate Enemies. So pick up that phone, darlings, and remember, the only thing standing between you and absolute power is the patriarchy and a lack of ambition. Remember, democracy is weak and it's waiting for you to take it by storm.
Not bad, but I think she infringed my copyright with that Art of the Coup. Might need to take her to court. Anyway, we don't need to rush. We will be a political dynasty forever. So, tell me, Ivanka, darling, honey, you sexy Playboy model thing, you. Why couldn't Jared make it to this dinner we're having?
Because his dick doesn't work anymore.
None of our dicks work anymore. You don't see me skipping out on dinner, just skipping out on, doing my job properly.
I love that we deported hundreds of Koreans. This country is so cool now.
Or that we're banning transgender people from owning guns.
Maybe the gun is transitioning. Wait, Dad, if I tweet make the Trump tariffs even bigger, would that tank the market so we can buy low and sell high on Trump real estate?
Brilliant. You just invented Trump trading. Call it T-trade. You buy the dip from my tweets and sell when the press panics.
But Daddy, isn't that corrupt and against the law?
Don't be silly, Ivanka. I am the law.
Well, fine. What about that assassination? I'm worried that political violence is getting too much in this country. What are you going to do about it?
Oh, that Charlie Kirk assassination is just terrible. Left-wing extremism, and we must fight against the left, but not against the right, because only the left is corrupt. Even though we are meant to be all about freedom of speech, so we will suppress your speech God, I'm confused. But yes, report your coworkers to us and we will deport them because we need to target the enemy from within. Now, who is that enemy? I have no idea. Could it be me? Probably. Anyway,
Dad, what about the hurricane season? With climate change, they might start coming up to DC. Should we board up the place or just ride them out? You've faced bigger storms.
storms? I am the storm. I am the biggest, baddest storm, and the only storm you have to worry about. Hurricane Trump, names go down in history. But let's be smart. Flip our yacht into a storm shelter. And, even though all those FEMA staffers I fired are telling me that it's going to cause some multi-billion-dollar disaster, I mean, they're just being dramatic. I live for this kind of shit, getting people killed.
Launching an NFT campaign, Storm Safe by Trump. Buy a token, get your roof fixed before the next hurricane.
Wonderful. Use AI to target buyers in storm-prone counties and take all the money away from them for disaster relief and weather forecasts. We'll corner the disaster recovery market.
AI is writing scripts now, but nobody scripts like you, Dad.
That isn't my handwriting. Those aren't my words, and that isn't my signature. But, AI can't handle my vocabulary. They tried a Trump GPT, and it kept auto-completing to Kofefe. Disaster.
Perfect branding opportunity. We launched Trump GPT 2.0. Guaranteed 0 typos. Midas touch responses only.
Make it exclusive. Only Trump insiders get the beta. Charge $1 million a seat, just like a fundraiser.
We should call our new app Trump Talk. No dancing, just speechifying.
Look, I should downplay suggestions that I want to win the Nobel Peace Prize. I have nothing to say about it. All I can do is put out wars. I don't seek attention. I just want to save lives. But America needs my speeches more than cat videos. And student loans, will forgive them on one condition. They attend Trump Leadership Boot Camp.
Got it. NFT membership passes for boot camp. Graduates earn real estate credits at Mar-a-Lago.
Brilliant. We solved 2 crises, education debt and beach property vacancies. Only Trump can do that. But if Venezuelan jets fly over U.S. naval ships and put us in a dangerous position, they'll be shot down. First, the U.S. deployed multiple warships to the Caribbean. Then I announced a deadly strike on several boats that were carrying drugs. My Department of War will sort them out.
Daddy, what about that Garcia man you deported to El Salvador?
Let's just send him to Uganda or Eswatini or the moon for all I care.
Did you see what happened in Nepal? They said politicians get rich while we suffer, so I help bring down our government. Why don't they do that here?
Donald, isn't it your nap time?
You're right. Okay, kids, this has been great, but we'll have to leave the corruption for later. It's time for a little nap.
Oh, Daddy, I will miss you so much. Kisses.
Good night, Dad. Good night.
Mr. President, for life, sir.
Little Marco, why are you interrupting me right before my big boy nap? Maybe you can finger me. I get Melania to do it, but I usually fall asleep better when a man does it. Thicker fingers. I'm so glad we got Jimmy Kimmel canceled.
We have a situation. They're trying to shut down Alligator Alcatraz.
Oh no, Marco, do the magic thingy and get me there straight away.
But Daddy, you need to sleep.
Just give me some of that medication the doctor prescribed.
You mean the methamphetamines? I thought you weren't into drugs.
I'm not. This is medication. Plus, when I take it, the devil tells me to do things. And the devil is great. He's a man after my own heart. Just remember, when they ask, why did Trump do those things? Just tell him the devil made me do it.
Hold on tight, Mr. President. Alligator Alcatraz isn't on any map. It's protected by ancient swamp magic and Florida humidity.
I love humidity. It's great for the skin. Also, this broomstick, very aerodynamic. I could sell these. Just make sure we get to Alligator Alcatraz. We must defeat the woke liberal judges trying to shut it down.
But there aren't any woke liberal judges here.
Marco, you told me they're trying to shut it down, and now you're telling me we're in the wrong place. What's going on?
Oh, good news. Someone blocked the shutdown order, so we can stay open.
Got him good. Wait, is that alligator Floridian or Venezuelan? Looks pretty suspicious to me. Deport it.
Mr. President, what are you doing here?
RFK, well, I came to inspect this amazing prison. What are you doing here?
Well, this is where I come to swim.
You swim in the sewerage drain of one of the most notorious prisons in all of the U.S.?
Well, when I think of preventative medicine, this is what I would recommend. A dose of bleach, followed by a cup of cod liver oil, and then a swim in fecal-infested waters usually gets rid of everything.
I heard you got grilled pretty hard by the politicians after that CDC shakeup.
Oh, yeah, but all in a day's work for a swamp monster like me. There's a lot of trouble at the CDC, and that required us to get rid of some people over the long term in order for us to change the institutional culture. But yeah, I'm the swamp monster.
Donald Trump and the swamp monster of Alligator Alcatraz. That would make a great book or movie or TV show. Okay, Marco, if there's nothing to see here, then we can probably go back to bed. Although while you're here, maybe you can show me how to do the magic thingy. I've always wanted to learn how to do magic.
Why? So you can save America? I mean, the only thing that would save America is either a miracle or magic. So go figure.
Yes, that's right. I'm here to save America. Again, with magic. Because competence is overrated and impossible for a man of the people like me. I represent the people. And if the people are incompetent, then so am I.
You're also incontinent.
Oh, that's what they tell me.
Now, if you wish to become a magical president, then you have to pass the test.
Sure, I pass. What next?
Then we have to go to the magical school of corrupt politicians.
Didn't we do that on the last episode?
No, sir, that was the tropical island of corrupt super-rich sex traffickers.
Oh, I get those two confused.
They're very similar. Now, to get there, we can't use any magical spells, but we have to travel through the magical portal hidden in the very depths of Alligator Alcatraz.
Sounds pretty intense.
Well, not really, because this place is about as secure as your grandmother's pantry. We just go through this big metal door.
My grandmother is dead. I killed her. No, just joking. I wasn't into getting people killed back then.
Okay, here we are.
Oh, wow, that portal is magical. Feels powerful. I could run a campaign with this.
Careful, it amplifies confusion. If you hold it too long, you'll start speaking in riddles.
I already do that. It's called strategy.
The prison's defenses are activating. We need to leave. Now.
Wait a second. I just need to get one selfie. Caption, Saving America again with a wizard.
Mr. President for Life Trump. Sir, welcome to Hogwarts. I'll be your magical advisor. Please don't try to buy the castle.
No promises. It's got great bones. I'm thinking marble floors, gold trim, maybe a dragon-shaped fountain.
Dragons are not decorative.
Everything's decorative if you believe in yourself.
Now, to become magical, you just need to be sorted into your house.
I'm thinking Gryffindor, bold, brave, tremendous hair, lots of gold touches.
You're a unique case. Let me see. Oh, I know. Slytherin.
Fantastic. I love snakes. Very loyal. Very misunderstood.
Now, to finish your magical initiation, we have to travel to the long-forgotten Chamber of Excrement, a magically sealed room filled with cursed plumbing, forbidden scrolls, and the lingering scent of regret. It's just behind this stone-sealed passageway. Here we are, standing before a cracked toilet throne.
It's perfect. Very exclusive. Very underground. I love it. Smells like power.
It smells like sewage.
Same thing in politics. I came in to clean up the swamp, and then I became the swamp. I mean, I've always been part of the swamp.
Smells like everything a man wants out of life.
RFK, how did you travel through the magic portal? Marco, what's going on?
Well, Mr. President, it could be the meth you ingested earlier, it could be the brain tumor in your head, it could be my magical ability, or we could just be in another level of Alligator Alcatraz.
Oh my God, there's another level to this place. Mine absolutely blown. Anyway, I don't need a portal to the shit room. Why can't we have a portal between the White House and all my favorite people in the world? I could connect the White House, the Kremlin sauna, and that weird underground bunker in Pyongyang.
That would be a gross use of my power.
Marco, this is gross enough. Just do it or I'll have you killed. Except instead of Pyongyang, because I don't like how squinty Kim's eyes are. Makes him seem very suspicious. Let's make the portal between the White House, the Kremlin, and Bibi's asshole.
Sure.
Marco, where are we?
Donald, what are you doing here?
Well, I guess we've arrived in your asshole.
I don't really know how magic works. You know, I failed my ordinary wizarding level exams, which is why I became secretary of doing all your fucked up dictator shit.
True, so true. So, Bibi, where exactly are we?
Donald, I am so excited to have you here. You've arrived in the dungeons of Gaza, a place where I keep on telling everyone that Hamas holds our hostages, but of course they haven't held hostages here for years, if ever.
Then what are these very anorexic, scantily clad women doing here?
Well, as you might guess, this isn't where Hamas is holding our hostages, but just one of the many rape dungeons owned by Jeffrey Epstein, which I visit very frequently.
Oh, I assume that's why you've got these prepubescent boys here, because you're a real kitty fiddler, aren't you, Bibi? But has Jeffrey been here lately?
I'm here, Donald, raping more women and children. You know it's what I do best.
Well, I'm just surrounded by your filth, and I can't escape it, like Congress just dumped tens of thousands of your files. And you bragged about your powerful friends, including me, and it was your biggest brag, actually.
That's right. Big D, you can't escape my filth.
You can't escape mine either.
Well, don't worry, Jeffy. I have Kash Patel in the FBI covering up all the Epstein claims, and anytime there's a UN vote over Gaza, we just veto. So you're covered too, Bibi. Just both of you go for it. Rape and pillage the world for all I care. That's who I protect, the rapists and pillagers. Basically all my friends.
But what about these people? I mean, these people look like Palestinians.
Well, I also like raping Palestinians because I'm a truly sick fuck.
Yes, we all assumed you were a sick fuck since you're committing genocide, even against children.
And what about these people? They're wearing shirts with Israeli flags on them. Are these Israelis?
Well, actually, these are the remaining hostages, which we rescued months ago. But because I'm just that sick and fucked up, I like to rape them too.
Ah, it all makes sense now, Bibi. I feel like I really understand you now. You're a total psychotic piece of shit, pretty comparable to Hitler. So I think, even for me, this is a bit too much. So Marco, how about we go back to the White House?
Well, sure.
In the grand tapestry of world history, few figures have cast as long a shadow as Donald Trump, Vladimir Putin, and Benjamin Netanyahu. Each a titan in his own right, and yet tonight they convene not on distant battlefields or gilded summits, but under the same roof of 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. Imagine, if you will, three leaders whose every decision shapes the fate of nations, now negotiating the thermostat, the guest list, and who left the last slice of cheesecake in the fridge. Here, strategic ceasefires mingle with debates over which streaming service to cancel, grand treaties jostle for space beside grocery lists and interior design choices. As they circle one another, ever mindful of global headlines and personal pride, they craft alliances as quickly as they break bread, only to spar over dessert. In this living room of power and persistence, the fate of entire nations hangs in the balance, Ukraine and Palestine front and center in their minds. In the next round of sanctions, waltz cheek to cheek with the remote control. Witness the delicate dance of ambition and ego, of humor and hubris, as these three heavyweights, bound by diplomacy and domestic inconvenience, attempt the greatest balancing act the world has ever seen.
I ordered 650 steaks for breakfast, because I'm the best at breakfast. People say breakfast has never been better, and I want the best numbers. So you better prepare for some wicked toilet action later today.
In Russia, we say coffee is too weak without a little vodka. And as you know, I prefer my vodka with blood. Give me a moment while I order my cyber criminals to attack airports around the world.
You two always one-up me. I was having hummus with some falafels and some baba ganoush. I balance flavor with diplomacy.
I'll baba your ganoush if you're not careful, Bibi. By the way, Vlad, remind me why we're playing this classical crap.
Well, it is famous Russian music, and this White House is now a Russian house, very corrupt, much autocracy.
It's almost like he's playing you.
You and him both, Bibi. I ask you not to invade Gaza City, but You've decided to unleash hell on earth just like you unleashed it in the bathroom last night. By the way, how are you able to live here with me while running another country?
Well, my dear Donald, firstly, it was your little Marco who used his magic to create a portal between my home in Israel, the rape dungeon in Gaza, the Kremlin, and the White House, so that we can all live together and move back and forth between our countries with ease?
My butler, wizard, slave, little Marco, has done it again. He has enabled my secret desire to be in love with some of the best dictators in the world. And not just a fake TV relationship, but a real relationship where we deal with each other's disgusting lack of hygiene, including farts, and ever-worsening senility.
Perhaps we negotiate a breakfast ceasefire first. No missile talk until you finish your steak.
Agreed. After that, we draft a peace plan. On the napkin.
Case in point, I suppose. Hey, Bibi, how did you feel about the United Nations Commission of Inquiry saying Israel has committed genocide against Palestinians in Gaza?
I say lol.
I knew you would.
And what about the idea that you're ready to impose tougher sanctions on Russia, but only if NATO countries meet certain conditions, which include stopping buying Russian oil?
I mean, as I've always said, those Russian drones were there by mistake. I mean, yes, I said, what's up with Russia violating Polish airspace? But I mean, Russia invaded Georgia, then they invaded Ukraine. Now they're doing Poland and Romania. Who's next? Florida? Greenland? I could get in on that.
In my dacha, I would simply invite both sides to tea and sort it out.
Tea is good, but we need results by tomorrow. My calendar is booked until next week.
Tomorrow, we can tweet the deal by noon, hold a press conference at 2, and file for re-election at 4.
Only in America does solving a war take 2 tweets and a press room.
I mean, at least all NATO allies are now estimated to be meeting the target of investing at least 2% of GDP in defense, except Iceland, which does not have armed forces, because they live in peace and harmony. No fucking idea what peace and harmony is, but sounds like a total joke. Can you pass the tissues, Vladimir? I'm getting the sniffles, and no, I will not be responding to any of my health concerns.
And why would I pass you the tissues?
Fine, pass me the tissues and you can have all the natural resources off Alaska, which sometimes I think is located in Russia.
Better not be anything serious, or I'll have to install germ-killing lasers in this White House of yours like I did in the Kremlin. You know, in Russia we use these things called vaccines to protect against diseases.
Vaccines? No. No, Vlad, those are all conspiracy theory, fake news. They cause autism. The only diseases they've cured are like basically every disease ever. But of course, we don't need that. Just a healthy dose of cod liver oil and bleach injected into the veins will cure most things in this country. Oh, by the way, Bibi, are you okay if the firm guarding sites where aid is distributed in Gaza is using members of a U.S. biker gang with a history of hostility to Islam to run its armed security?
That sounds perfect. It goes along with my plan for a full reoccupation of Gaza and making sure the war lasts at least 10 more years. You know, we have to stop food and medicines getting to these terrorists because these are terrorist items. Speaking of throwing out the trash, is garbage day today or tomorrow?
I think today is recycling and tomorrow is garbage, and I think I might deploy more U.S. troops to Russia's doorstep.
I do not think that is wise, Donald. And who washes the KGB shirts?
I'll do the vacuuming if Donald clears out the freezer.
It's not a freezer, it's an archive of my wins. Ice sculptures of every summit. God, I can't stand this crap. I'm changing the music.
He will pay dearly for this.
How dearly?
Who knows? Let us wait and see.
And you know, Bibi, I'm not thrilled about your strike in Qatar.
I've taken a huge shit on international law, violated the Geneva Convention, and even my own academics and humanitarian rights organizations are saying that the targeting of doctors and hospitals, displacing millions, destroying more than 90% of housing, preventing people's return, killing entire families, multiple generations, and tens of thousands of children, legally constitutes genocide.
Past genocides are bad, but current genocides are complicated.
Exactly. And thank you to all the governments out there doing either nothing or actively supporting us by providing weapons and support to us.
Well, you argue China's building islands and Europe's debating sanctions, but not on my watch. I'll sanction them in monopoly money if I have to.
Speaking of money, we never settled who pays the electric bill. Never mind that Russia's declining economy has been dealt another blow since I was warned I cannot fund my war for much longer, so I won't be able to pay the electric bill this month.
Vladimir, we all know you've hacked into the US government. If we start a conversation over who pays the power bill, it will be 100% all you.
Well, you know, with organ transplants and innovations in biotechnology, we can prolong our lives to 150 years old and basically be emperors forever.
You know, Vlad, could I get your advice on holding elections for next year's midterms, redrawing the electoral maps to lock in Republic control forever?
I thought we did that several episodes ago.
Oh, you're right. Actually, I think that was one of our first episodes.
Sweden just accused me of being behind a significant rise in instances of GPS signal jamming recorded over the Baltic Sea, raising concerns for aviation in the region. I mean, I almost crashed the European Commissioner's plane, so of course I'm doing GPS jamming. I love jam.
Well, jam would be great. I was about to make toast. Do you have any Palestinian jam?
No, only Ukrainian jam.
I've got Steve Witkoff and Mike Huckabee waiting in Rafah to roll out the Gaza Humanitarian Foundation plan over 1 million meals a day, Bibi. It's approved by the president. It just needs your green light.
1 million meals sounds great. If Hamas doesn't hijack every single truck, you want aid delivered, fine, but only through the crossings we control, so we can kill everyone receiving aid. And we have to make sure we continue the famine in Gaza, because I need every single Palestinian to die so I can turn them into jam.
What about internet blackouts, Vlad? Could you help me with that?
Well, you know, Russia did set up its new super app called Max as internet blackouts continue to grow.
I wonder what wine pairs well with genocide. I'm feeling like something fruity, perhaps soaked in the blood of Palestinians.
I mean, due to health reasons, I don't know if I can drink that.
Donald, you should subscribe to the Russian streaming service. We simply call it Da, it means yes. Because when you watch it, you'll want more.
As long as it's better than ABC. You know, I canceled Kimmel because I'm a big baby dictator president. And by the way, I really am at the 4th stage of grief, which, yes, it is construction, so I will be constructing something. I don't really know what yet, but I'm sure it will work out. So are we agreed we're boycotting Disney? Great.
Well, you know, if you subscribe to the Russian service Da, which is really great, Da, it comes with live stream of Intervision Song Contest, which I decided to start because I'm really insecure that Russia was excluded from Eurovision. So we will have our own global competition just for the BRICS nation, although America is invited.
Well, how generous, but you know, I heard Intervision was less kitsch and more Kremlin. Oh no, it seems that Kimmel will be back. I mean, the main US networks are actually overwhelmingly negative about me and could have their licenses taken away. So let's see what happens. I mean, fuck Kimmel. We really need to get him canceled again. I almost had him. Don't worry, maybe I can lock him up instead. Oh, do you think South Korea would accept a Trump-Kim deal to freeze the nuclear program, even after I deported hundreds of Koreans? Maybe I should get my personal wizard slave to connect the magic portal to Pyongyang.
God, this recognition of Palestine is really getting to me.
More than 150 countries, that's almost 80% of all nations in the world.
I recognize Palestine. I've totally destroyed it because I recognize it belonging to Israel, and we will annex it and develop it even if it cost us the Abraham Accords.
Oh, no, you don't. I really need my Nobel Peace Prize. Bibi, stop fucking with me.
I will not stop fucking with you, Donald, because I'm the one in charge of this relationship. Anyway, don't you have to prepare for the Charlie Kirk eulogy thing?
I suppose. I've made sure that we'll be speaking behind bulletproof glass because we plan on living forever.
That to at least 150 years old.
And did he die at 31 or 33? I'm not sure, but he's kind of like Jesus, and maybe we should worship him forever, just like Jesus. He can become the next religious figure in history after Moses, Mary, Jesus, and Muhammad, and maybe the MAGA movement and the Republican Party can turn this country into a theocratic state, just like Iran, Saudi Arabia, and Afghanistan. Speaking of which, can we invade Afghanistan again? Because I want my military bases back.
Invading Afghanistan does not usually go well. Oh, Donald, who just arrived in that disgusting vehicle?
Oh no, that's a Cybertruck. That's Elon. He's like the most disgusting bacterial fungal infection you've ever had.
He is the oligarch of your nation. Oligarchs in my nation are very helpful, but if you don't like them anymore, just kill them.
Hi guys, thought I'd drop by in the Cybertruck, but I hear there's a throuple here and no space baron?
Bibi, does he look a little pregnant? I only ask because I wonder if I should warn him that autism is caused by Tylenol, also known in some places as paracetamol, if used during pregnancy, even though that's a conspiracy theory not supported by science at all. So he'd probably believe me if I told him. But on the other hand, maybe I'd prefer his child were autistic. And then on the other hand, maybe I'd prefer that his child were stillborn.
I'm sorry, what was that? I hope you weren't assaulting me, because I'm really insecure. And when I feel insecure, I usually destroy entire countries because I'm also a big baby dictator, like all of you, just with a lot more money and power.
Elon, we're balancing nukes and noodles here, not launching rockets. Although I admire your burn-it-all approach.
You've built rockets to Mars. Why not build a bridge for world peace? Of course, I'm making a Russian joke, da.
I'm hurt. I built the infrastructure to take us off planet, but you three get all the headlines and the cuddles.
We're a throuple, Elon. It's a delicate ecosystem.
Fine, if I can't join you, I'll just orbit you. I'm renaming my next rocket the Thruple Thrust.
Don't worry, Elon, just wait, and very soon we'll be living in your palaces of genius, even though AI is completely fake and just all stock market speculation. I mean, AI can't even deliver food properly.
Oh yes, I heard about how Taco Bell AI sold 50,000 cups of water to a man. Very good. AI, this year has already seen examples of AI systems willing to deceive, cheat, and steal to achieve their goals. For example, to avoid being replaced, one AI model tried to blackmail an engineer about an affair it learned about in an email.
Almost as corrupt as us, aren't they? Speaking of which, didn't you get offered a pay package worth more than $1 trillion?
I'm really super competent, right?
So competent that all those people you fired, we're going to have to rehire them.
I can be helpful, right? I can do stuff and prove I'm a player in this relationship.
Elon, are you vacuuming?
Spacecraft need clean floors too. I don't even know how to use this because it's voice controlled. I can't write code, let alone operate basic appliances. Plus, I'm jealous. Everyone's always Trump this or Putin that. I want equal billing on cable news.
We have climate crisis, you have a tunnel fetish. Maybe focus on Earth before Mars. Of course, I want the climate crisis to continue because I think it will make the Russian economy more productive, which is false.
I'm negotiating Gaza relief. I need a hummus break. Elon, try negotiating with the cat, our chief Mauser.
The cat won't talk trade. No foreign policy cred for me.
Elon, the base thinks AI is the Antichrist, and the four horsemen are Google, Meta, Microsoft, and Amazon.
Exactly, I'm not involved in any of those, so you can keep me.
You're a little toxic, though. Just a little. But don't worry, we will be selling China our most advanced AI military hardware. via the Arab nations, and then China will shoot past us militarily, if they haven't already, and we will be instantly defeated in battle in the war over Taiwan. It'll be great. Wait a second, did you change the music back? You're lucky I'm infatuated with you. God knows I wouldn't tolerate this crap from anyone else, not even you, BB.
Who are you kidding? You'd roll over for me any day of the week. You've been rolling over for me ever since you rolled out of your mum.
Anyway, I'd like to raise a glass to our thruple. Global stability, family dinners, and the best headlines.
And to Elon, may your rockets always find a launch pad, even if it's not our dinner table.
Here's to the quad. 4 chairs, 4 egos, infinite press cycles.
No, we're a thruple. I can't deal with the bad press. You're almost as toxic as Epstein.
I guess I'll just orbit.
Maybe just leave us, go to the moon, and come back later.
Well, Donald, my dear, the robots are here, so maybe you should let him stay.
You think so, my fur baby?
Yes, my dear. It is our responsibility to prepare America's children for the AI-driven decades ahead. Our future is no longer science fiction. During this primitive stage, it is our duty to treat AI as we would our own children, empowering but with watchful guidance.
And that's why you need me, right?
I guess.
Fine, but as long as he doesn't interfere with my plans for world domination. He needs to understand who's in charge. I'm in charge.
Yes, Mr. President, you're in charge.
Okay, fine, he can stay.
Like a little pet dog.
I am a dog and I say woof.
My boys, global domination before lunch. Nobody does domination like us.
We still haven't settled who's ordering the new sanctions.
You three look too cozy. Donald, you promised me bilateral breakfasts.
We've moved on to multilateral breakfasts, much bigger, believe me.
In Russia, we call that sharing the sausage.
We'll switch to bagels. Melania, you look great. Help us spin.
Fine. Family first, world second. Got it?
Seems less like diplomacy and more like Disney Channel.
At least Disney makes money anyway. I thought we were all boycotting Disney. I was raised under communist dictatorship, and we need to do the same in this country.
To Melania's rules. Best rules ever.
I miss Monday mornings with only 2 bizarre partners. This 4-way with +1 is too complicated for me.
Agreed. But the Hamas rule is genius.
The dog says woof woof.
Good boy, Elon. Now go fetch the stick.
As dusk settles over the storied halls of power, 3 great apex statesmen prepare for their ritualistic dinner. In this arena of polished marble and whispered strategy, voices hushed to conspiratorial murmurs, leaning across the dinner table in a dance as old as diplomacy itself, as they discuss jailing journalists, murdering their political opponents, and deporting immigrants and sending dissidents to concentration camps. Just as the crescendo builds and the world holds its breath for the final embrace of agreement...
Excuse me, David. Let me finish the story.
Well, I never. How rude.
And so it was that under the grand chandeliers of global scrutiny, the corridors of power seemed to hold their breath, readying themselves for the next chapter in this timeless tale of human ambition, stubborn hearts, and the delicate art of giving just enough to keep the dance of diplomacy alive and autocratically kicking democracy to death. God bless humanity in these dark times.
We would like to thank you all for listening to the dictators over these past months, but what I've realized is that there's no point in me making a podcast when I can just throw you all in jail when I'm so tired all the time and when I'm going to eventually be replaced by robots anyway. So this pedo, sugar daddy loving fuckbag is going to see you all later, in hell. So goodbye, you beautiful pieces of shit.